In this set of video notes, we are going to look at Concept 8, trig functions using the coordinate plane, and we're going to use sine, cosine, and tangent for that. Let's look at the problems we have. I'm going to go ahead and plot the point. -6, 9, so over -6 and up 9. So we're up here, and we're going to drop a perpendicular down and make our triangle. And here we have theta. So like our unit circle, we're always going to have theta at the origin. And our x value is -6 and our y value is 9. And in order to get the hypotenuse, we have to use Pythagorean theorem. So we have 9 squared plus -6 squared equals c squared. 9 squared is 81. Plus 6 squared is 36. 81 plus 36. 81 and 30 is 111 plus 7. Okay, we have 117. Square root that, and that's our hypotenuse. I can't simplify that, so I'm going to leave it alone. So now we can start with sine, cosine, tangent. So sine is opposite, which is 9 over hypotenuse. So we have 9 over root 117. We have to rationalize, so multiply top and bottom by root 117. So we end up with 9 root 117 over 117. And then for cosine, we have adjacent over hypotenuse, which is -6 over root 117. Again, we multiply top and bottom by root 117. So we have -6 root 117 over 117. And tangent is opposite over adjacent. So we have opposite is 9 over 6. Simplify that. 9 divided by 3 is 3, and 6 divided by 3 is 2, so we have 3 halves. If we're looking at cosecant, all we have to do is flip over the sign. So let's start with what we had before, 9 over root 117. So cosecant is root 117 over 9. And then secant is -6 over root 117. We flip it over, so that is root 117 over -6. And for cotangent, we flip over what we had for tangent. So instead of 3 halves, we now have 2/3. Go ahead and pause the video and try number 49. So let's plot the point first. We have -5, -7. So we're going to go -5 down to -7. We're going to drop a perpendicular here over to the origin and then our hypotenuse. And we know that we went -5 on the x and -7 on the y. And again, we have to do Pythagorean theorem. So -5 squared plus -7 squared. -5 squared is 25. -7 squared is 49. We're going to add those together. So 49 plus 20, 69, 74. And we square root that. So our hypotenuse is square root of 74. For our sine, we have our theta right here at the origin is opposite -7 over root 74. So -7 over root 74. Multiply top and bottom by root 74. And I have -7 root 74 over 74. And just like 117, 74 is 2 times 37, so we can't really simplify that. For cosine, we have adjacent over hypotenuse, so that is -5 over root 74. Multiply top and bottom by root 74, so we have -5 root 74 over 74. And for tangent, we have opposite over adjacent, so -7 over -5. And that simplifies to 7/5 because a negative over a negative is a positive. And then going back to cosecant, we flip over the sign. So what was -7 over root 74 is now root 74 over a -7. And secant, -5 over root 74, we flip it, and we have root 74 over -5. And cotangent is just tangent flipped over, so we had 7 over 5, now becomes 5 over 7. Go ahead and try number 50 for homework.